for the circuit training workout for aerobics. So make sure that you have that printout at home. Get some water real quick before I get too thirsty telling you some of these exercises. All right, now you can do some of these at home and you do not need a step. However, I am going to be showing how to use these with the step. For our first exercises, we're going to go straight down our list and we are going to do the bear crawl walkout. Now, the reason that I do like to use the step for the bear crawl walkout is because I don't have to go all the way down to the floor. So you will see me use these things called risers, and they go underneath the step, and it makes it just a little bit higher off of the ground. Therefore, you're not having to crunch down so far in order to do the bear crawl walk out. Okay? Now, if you want to, you can do this at home, and it's going to be a little bit harder because you're going all the way down to the floor, causing your knee to bend a little bit more. That's the bear crawl walkout. The next one is a burpee or a squat thrust. I like using the gliding disc, and I put my toe in the center of the word gliding, therefore I don't lose the disc. And again, for today's purposes, I'm going to be using just the step, but you can use the floor. So this is a squat thrust or a burpee. The first one is going to be a burpee, and it's down, out, in, up. I mean a squat thrust. If you are wanting to do a burpee, you got to jump up and a push up with it. So it's down, push up, in, jump up. That is the burpee. The next one is a mountain climber. And again, you can use the disc or not. It's completely up to you. So in. Make sure that it is a plank, knee. It is not knee, plank, Okay, so make sure you're holding a plank, knee, plank for your mountain climber. The next one is a step cross behind. So step cross behind, step cross behind, step cross behind, step cross behind. The next one is a side shuffle. So you're going to shuffle to the side, shuffle to the side. And this one looks similar to one of the moves that we did in the kickboxing drills. The next one is a jump over, run around. So you don't have to have a step. You can use even, these dumbbells here if you want to. Jump over those and run around. But for today's purposes, we're going to use the step. And you can step over, side shuffle, back pedal, side shuffle. Then we're going to go to the other one. Up, side shuffle, back pedal, side shuffle. Or you can jump on and over, or jump over all the way and come around. Let's jump over, run around. The next one is the crab kick. I'm going to face the step this way so you can see what's going on. I'm going to hold myself into a bridge position. My foot comes up, and you can take it here as one foot goes down, the other one lifts up, or you can switch in mid-air. That is the crab kick. Make sure your fingertips are facing towards yourself. The next one is the squat hop over. If you don't have a step, don't worry. You can still do this without squat hop over, squat hop over, squat hop over. And you can do that without the step onto the floor. The next one is power skips, and then we'll have pop squats to end. So with power skips coming forward, and then we run back. This is what it looks like in the front. Power skips, and then we run back. The last one is a pop squat. If that is too much for you, you just take it to a regular squat, or squat together, or a pop squat. And you can use your toes on the gliding disc if you choose to do that. Down, up, down, up. Our first exercise, we are going to do a squat, and you can do these with dumbbells or not. A lot of the exercises that I will put together will be using more than one body part. And I'll show you that in just a second, okay? All right, so your first one is squats, and you can have your hands here beside your legs. Make sure that your toes are down and that your heels are down and that your knee is directly over that toe, that we aren't squatting like this and bending at the hip, but we are bending at the knee and the hip. You can take your hands up here at your shoulders and squat down if you want to, which brings me to our next exercise, the overhead press. So an overhead press works your shoulders, a squat works your legs. So if I were to put the squat and the shoulder press together and maybe a bicep curl, that would work 3 body parts in one. It would work your legs for the squats, overhead press for shoulders, bicep curl for biceps. All right, the next one is a lunge. We're going to do these without any weight first. The first one is going to be a front lunge. Now, sometimes this hurts people's knees because they don't step out far enough and their knee goes past their toe. And this is what it ends up looking like, okay? So if that happens to you, a couple of things: step out a little longer, make sure you're feeling it through here and your knee is right over the toe, and you step back. That's a front lunge. A back lunge seems to be a little bit easier for people, okay? So if going to the front is too much, just do the back. Lunge back, make sure that that knee is over the toe, and then we stand up. The reason that I like the gliding disc is because I'm able to push that foot back just a little bit more, all right? Yes, I might have a little bit of balance issue, okay, but that it means it's working more muscle recruitment, and that your body is like, okay, well, that's as far as I can go, and I pull back up. I'm not stepping back too shallow, coming in, and then accidentally hurting my knee. So make sure with the lunges you step forward, knee is right over the toe. If you step back, knee is still over the toe. The next one is the side lunge. When you do this, you want to make sure, and I'm going to put my step back here as a guide so you can see what's going on behind me. I'm going to step to one side of the step, and I step out to the other side of the step. I don't want to step out too far. I'm stepping even, and I want to make sure that my toes are even, so it's just a tiny bit wider than shoulder width, okay? You're going to come down, you're going to push those glutes back. One arm is on the outside of the leg, one arm is on the inside of the leg, and then you stand up. And that is if we had dumbbells in our hands. So let me show that together. We're going to go out to the side, toes are forward, come together. And if I were to do a bicep curl, that works your biceps, and the side lunge works your legs. Yes. All right, so if I were to put the side lunge, that works your legs, bicep, overhead press is shoulder. So we do combination exercises in this class. The next one is going to be the row, and a row works your back. Now, with the row, you can go over with your hand and under, over, under, or you can just do a regular row. It's your choice, but make sure that your torso is parallel to the floor and that you're not standing all the way up. The next exercise is the renegade row. Now you can do this with a mat on your knee, or you can take both of your discs and kind of give yourself a little bit of cushion there on that knee. The renegade row can be used with one foot out or both. It's up to you. I'm going to show the modification. If this knee is down on my left side, my left hand is down on this side too. I'm not alternating sides. Same leg is out as the dumbbell that I am using, okay? So it's row, reach up, row, back down. Row, reach up, row, back down. It's the renegade row. You can do this on your toes, the renegade row. Row, reach up, row, back down. The renegade row. The next one is the chest fly and the chest press. So the difference in the chest press and the chest fly is how you hold your hands with those dumbbells. Let's start with the chest press first. So your hands are going to be horizontal, and when they come down this way, you want to look like a goalpost. Make sure that your hands are not going back here. Make sure that your hands are not going here, and make sure that your hands do not look like this. It's at a goalpost to where there is a 90-degree angle here, and you almost look or you, okay? You're going to press straight up and back down. Chest press. Now, if I were to sit up with this and do the chest press, that's working my abs and my chest. So sit up, working the abs, chest press, working the chest. Come back down and sit up. That is a chest press. A chest fly, the dumbbells are vertical. All right, you're going to pretend like you're hugging somebody, but you want to make sure that your hands are directly over your elbows. So this is what I look like, okay? I do not look like this. So I'm here, I have a 90-degree angle in between my elbow, and I also have a 90-degree angle between my tricep and upper back, right in this position, okay? So coming down and up. That is a chest fly. Chest fly is vertical. Chest press is horizontal. We've already gone over the overhead press, which works our shoulders. The next one is the front side raise. So you'll come to the front, come down, and go out to the side. To the side. Now, if this hurts your shoulder at any time, you can take it to a single upright row if you want to, which also works the shoulder, or you can take it to a double upright row. You decide. The next one is a rear delt raise, or you can do the fly out. It's up to you. So the raise is this. It almost looks like a chest press going backwards. So I'm elbowing someone behind me. Still that 90-degree angle here. That's what we want. You want to make sure that your back is as parallel to the floor as you can be. If I'm going to do a rear delt fly out, fly my arm out and come back down. And my arm is straight. So it does not look like what the chest fly does. Your arm is straight to fly back. That is the rear delt. It is the back of the shoulder. The next one is going to be working your tricep. It's called the skull crusher. So your dumbbells are vertical. You're coming down to your skull. And you're pressing your arm straight up. Going down to your skull and pressing your arm straight up. Thus the name of the exercise, the skull crusher. Oftentimes I see people do this and they go to the chest, all right? And we want to make sure we go to our head and press straight up. The next is the kickback. I'm going to stand and do this one, but you can also do it in the quadruped position. I'll show you that one in a second. Kick your arm back. Now you can keep your hand straight, or you can turn it at the end, and that hand comes right back to the hip and press out. Please do not bring it forward like this. That elbow stays right here, and the back of that dumbbell should touch that thigh, and you push back when it gets there. The quadruped position is here. It does not look like the renegade row, all right? You are in the opposite time, or opposite side this time. So, right knee down, left hand down, straighten out that back leg if you can. If that's too much balance for you, tap the toe down, kick that arm back, and that is the kickback, which also works your triceps, just like the skull crusher. The next two bicep exercises, one is vertical, and one goes from vertical to horizontal. A hammer curl looks like this. It's almost like you're hitting a hammer, and the dumbbell is vertical. Now, if I were to do the regular dumbbell curl, I can keep them like this, horizontal, or I can mix it up and I go from vertical to horizontal, and sometimes that feels a little bit more natural, and that's a bicep curl. All right, the next exercises we're going to do abs. We already did our sit up. The next one is the plank up down. So I'm going to face the step this way so you can see what is going on. Again, you can be on the floor. You don't have to have a step. Just makes it a little bit easier because I'm elevated off the floor a little bit. So with the plank up, down, you're going to hold a plank for me, please. You're going to go down with your forearm, down with your forearm, up with your forearm, up with your forearm, and then you're going to switch. Down, down, up, up. This is what it looks like from the front. Down, down, up, up, and then we switch. Down, down, up, up. That is the plank up, down. The next one is the side plank. And you are going to lay on your side, and you can put your hand on the floor if you need to for level 1. If that's still too hard, put your knee down and go up this way for the side plank. You can also put your hand up here for the side plank, put it on your hip, and that works the side obliques. The next one is the walking side plank. So I'm going to use my step here, and you can use your disc or not. It's completely up to you. I'm going to choose to use them. Now, we are in our hand position, or we can be on our forearms. It's completely up to you. You decide what's best for you. Apart, together, apart, together. That is the walking side plank. So let me show you what it looks like from the front. Apart, feet apart, hands apart, together. Hands together, feet together. Apart, hands apart, feet apart, together. Hands together, feet together. That is the walking side plank. The next one is the knee reach under. Then we'll go to the crawl through the jungle and back to the windshield wiper. All right, so the first one is the knee reach under. Now your hands are going to be here. You're going to hold a plank. The exercise tells you exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Knee, reach under, knee, plank. And then we switch. Knee, reach under, knee, plank. Make sure that that foot goes all the way to the side as far as it can, that it's not down here. Knee, plank, knee, reach under, knee, plank. All right, last one, crawl through the jungle, and then we will finish with the windshield wiper. Yay! All right, my friends, so here we go with our crawl through the jungle. We're on our hands, or we can be on our feet. Crawl through the jungle, take it back, 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 back. Bring them up, forward, forward, forward. Take them back, 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 back. That is crawl through the jungle. And the next one is the windshield wiper. So I'll face this way, and then I'll face forward so you can see what's going on. We're going to be on our forearms, not our hands. We're going to go to the side, come back to the center, to the side, come back to the center, to the center. All right, here we go, facing forward, and to the right, center, to the other side, center. All right, thank you so much, and this is your circuit exercises for our module for aerobics. Thanks.